All right, this is my roommate, Emmy.
Hello.
She has no previous string experience, so she'll be my student for the teaching project. Okay, so, Emmy, we're going to go over how to hold the instrument, and then I'm going to teach you the strings, and then we're going to go through the 3 notes you're going to have to learn for Hot Cross Buns, and then we're going to perform it. I also didn't want to carry out 2 cellos, so we're just going to share one. Alright, so when you're holding a cello, you don't want to be like touching your back does not want to be touching the back of the chair. So you're going to be as far up as possible, and you're going to make sure you're like having a very good standing posture while you're sitting, and you're going to have the neck of the instrument be on your left side, and you're going to have your legs cradling the instrument and having it leaning back on you, and you'll bring your left hand up here and right hand down here. So because we're going to be playing pizzicato, so usually you'd have a bow when you're playing the cello, but we're not getting into that at all, especially since your first time with the instrument. That's where usually all beginners start on, is playing pizzicato, which is plucking. And this is where your hand will be in its position so that you can press down on the fingerboard and create the pitches. So, yep, so you're gonna, you can even come up further on the chair.
Sorry, I'm just gonna stand.
Okay, and then, yep, so you widen your legs so that the instrument. Yep, and then you can actually let the instrument down a little bit. Go. Good. Okay. That's good. Okay, and now, so the 4 strings, you have this furthest one is the A string, and then you have the second from the furthest is D, well, the second from the left. The third from the left is a G, and the last one is C string. So you can just pluck at those so you get, not with that.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Okay, so just like.
Yep. Yep, that's good. Okay, so you actually have a naturally good hand position up there. When you're plucking, you're gonna have your thumb be like on the bottom here. You don't have to have it that far back, just like touching the side. There you go. Good, good, that's good. Okay, so the first note we're going to teach you is E. So it'll be your first finger on the D string. So can you find the D string for me?
Okay.
Yep. So where your first, yep. Good job. Yeah. So I'm gonna bring it down a little bit, and now you can pluck the D string. Yep. See, so that's a problem that most first instruments will have. So you need to put so much pressure on this that the string is touching. Yep, the board underneath. See how you get more of that ring. Yes. So, and then I'll play it. So your first string here. There we go. So that is the E. And then I'm gonna demonstrate the F sharp for you. So F sharp for cellos is played with your 3rd finger, because so this is an E, your 2nd finger is an F, and then your 3rd finger is an F sharp. Oh, sorry, I'm playing it wrong. Not a good model for you. So, and your 4th is a G. Yeah. So, this is a string player's intervals for a cello. So, this is a whole step, half step, whole step. So, it'll be a whole step. That's why you have to lift up your middle finger for it to be. Oops. Okay. So here you are. Make sure. Yeah, I forgot how short you are. you're going to have to make sure your hand's down here. Yeah, mine naturally wants to creep up too. And then, yep, you're good on a D string. And then,
So where does my first finger lay?
right around here, and that'll be your E, and you can pluck it to hear it. So, and then you can lift it up to hear the D, and then you can go back to the E. So does that sound like a whole step to you?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah, you're doing it. No, it's a good one. And then, so your second finger, you have little hands. I'm sorry.
I really do.
Okay, make sure it's on a D string.
Oh, like here?
Yep, and then play it.
Do I hold this first finger down as well? Or just this
No,
finger?
you don't have
Okay.
to. Actually, you actually extended a little too much. You don't have to extend that as much as that. Try there. Yes, that's your F sharp. Good. Okay, so as long as you base that, that your hand will always, that's where you should go, is the whole step here, half step, because you making the string shorter or longer determines what pitches you're playing. So like when you make it shorter, and you pluck it, so like the further up you get, the higher the notes are going to get, because you're creating less space for it to vibrate. So when you get to like the A string, your first finger would be a B because you're going up higher. Okay, so that's like the physics of string instruments. So we actually are going to perform hot cross buns. That's like the whole goal of the lesson. So I'm going to model for you, and we are just going to use those two fingerings and an open string that you used. So you start on an F sharp. So it's F sharp, E, D, F sharp, E, D, 3. Oh, sorry. So open, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, open. So here you are, and then
So 3, 1, open,
Yep.
3, 1, open.
3, 1, open, 3, 1, open, open, 3, no, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, open.
I'll see. Okay, so the only like trouble I'm having is like where, like sorry, hold on, let me just.
Okay.
Where do I like start? So like, is this like just like how do you
find that E?
like
That's where the practice would take place if you were to continue to learn this instrument and you were going to follow through. That's where sometimes what people do is they'll tape where it is, so it helps the students get an ear for it, and then they'll take the tape away so that they'll have that natural thing there. Unfortunately, I do not have it taped or know where to tape it, so that's why you're getting a little more assistance, and I'm helping you adjust. And eventually you'll be able to just hear it, and you'll be, okay, it's a little flat, I have to move up a little bit, or it's a little sharp, and you'll correct it. So, but for now, I'm just going to show it to you. So yeah, I think you just need a little more up, yeah, and then you can pluck it in. Sounds a little flat, move up a little bit. There we go, yep, that's good. And then if you just keep it there, you can place. Move it down a little bit. Good. Okay, so it's 3. Oh, you start on 3.
Okay, so
3. Yep. 3, 3, 1. And you don't have to keep your fingers so far away. You can like bring them a little closer to the cello. So it's like, yeah, there you go. So you can relax a little bit, and then you have
I
a
don't know why I do that. Like naturally, like
naturally like ah,
like stay away.
It's okay. So you're going to have the 3, 1, 3. Try moving it down a little bit. Yep. 3, 1. Move up a little bit. 1. Open. 3, 3, 1. Open. Open. Do. Open.
Oh my
Good,
goodness,
yeah.
that's so hard.
Yeah, it definitely, the more you play, the more calluses you'll build up on your fingers, so that you're not having it so sensitive. But yeah, it's a lot of pressure, and I think, actually, if I were to put you, I would have put you on a smaller cello, because you definitely have smaller hands, and maybe a cello wouldn't be where you start off. You probably a viola or a violin, but I don't have as much experience on that instrument, so you got cello. I'm sorry. I overextended your hands and I hurt your fingers.
It's okay.
Well, yeah, you did good.
Thank you.
And that's the end of the lesson. Thank you.